guys, and welcome to spending a fun bookish filled day together because it is a cold day outside. Genuinely, I have no urge whatsoever to do anything except getting cozy, getting warm, and kind of reading my book. And so that's exactly what we're doing today. So let's just hop right in. So basically, any bookish activity you can think of is probably what we'll be doing in today's vlog. I have a bunch of things planned out, and I was already gonna do this one of the days of vlogmas, bookmas, whatever you want to call it, and I just hadn't decided when. But then today I woke up and it was just so cold. My hands are frozen. I feel numb despite the fact that heating is on and whatnot. It's so bad outside that all I really want to do is get my blankets open, curl underneath it, read my book, and be happy in that sense. And so that's what we're doing today essentially. To start off with, the first thing I want to do before we do all the getting cozy bits is actually go ahead and fix my bookshelf up, because over the past few days, as I've been sitting down to record like sit down bookmas videos, I've been taking out some of the books from my shelf. I have been better about like putting them back into their spaces and whatnot, but then last night it got a little too late with everything that was going on, and then editing and posting the vlog, and then I just threw the books right at the front because I genuinely didn't have the time to fix it, and I don't want it to become the kind of mess wherein it's gonna stay a mess because I just don't have the time to clean it, which is why I want to get to it immediately, because that's what happened a couple years ago with my shelf, and I genuinely don't want it to become like a garbage dump of everything, which is why I'm gonna go clean it up right now, first things first, and then after that we can start doing a bunch of other fun things. But that's what we're doing. I'll be listening to the audiobook of this, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, as I do that, because this is a reread I'm doing this season, and figured we could do that together as well today. But first, let me go clean my shelf before we do anything, because that is a bookish activity, but I want to do it anyway because I don't want it to become a dump and neglected. So here we are. So it's only a few minutes later, the shelf is done. Already I feel so much better because I feel like if I left that stuff to accumulate over there, then my shelf would again fall into disregard like it did those few years ago, and then I don't want that to happen, because this year specifically you won't be getting a vlog of me cleaning out my shelf and redoing my books, because I love the arrangement from last year, and because since I'm doing like 24 days of bookmas this year, I don't really have it in me to sit and reorganize my shelves, considering I have like college going on at the same time, and during the day I go to college and then I work on these videos during the evening, which is why, listen, I'm a little too tired to work on it, and maybe I will next year, who knows, but this year specifically it's not happening. And so I'm trying to stay on top of having like a good job maintained, of having cleaned them in the first place and keeping them clean, and we just did that, so that's perfect. Listen to a little bit of my book, not so much. I'll have to go check on the audiobook how far in I am, but right now I think those are the plans. Basically, I'll just get some work done, continue listening to this, and keep doing all of that with you until we can finally sit down in the evening and curl up, because like I said, I am a college student. I do have a couple things I need to be getting done. So right now I think what I want to do, because that was so quickly done, I didn't even assume it would take that little time, but it did, and so maybe everything I've been procrastinating I can just get through today, and I think I will. And so I have like an assignment I need to be finishing from college. It kind of involves me having to interior decorate this apartment on the software, and so I think that's what I'm gonna go work on right now. Again, just continue listening to my reread of the audiobook of this one, and then update you guys once that is done later in the evening, when I finally have the time to sit down and then completely lock in to do all these like bookish other activities, which is why that's what we're doing today. And now I'm gonna go start working on that assignment, because the due date is this week, which means I really need to rush it, but it's definitely happening today, and we'll continue to see what else we can do throughout. But then the fun things are going to start happening after I'm done with this assignment, and I don't have to worry about its submission, so don't worry, the good stuff is coming. And now I'm gonna go do that. Before anything, it's still daytime outside. The curtain is down only because the clip was being backlit. I'm gonna put it right back up after I'm done speaking to you right now, so don't like yell at me for energy conservation and stuff, because I know I'm very much working toward it. It's just for right now, for the clip it's down. So now, since we still have many hours to go in the day, I'll go work on my assignment, and I'll see you guys hopefully in a couple hours now, once I have more of my audiobook done, once I have more of the vibes locked in and that out of the way, so we can actually focus on the fun activities I have planned for this evening. And so see you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, so it's now later in the evening. I have gone ahead and continued reading my book. I am this much of the way through. I went ahead and actually looked for a bookmark this time before I came in to update, but I'd say about like under halfway, 40-ish%. That's how far I am in right now, and it's great so far. But I've been listening to the audiobook as I've been working on my assignment, and then at some point in the evening I ended up taking like a quick cat nap because genuinely I was so exhausted considering the fact that I've been editing non-stop these days and whatnot, and then yesterday I was up till late posting yesterday's video, and then today doing all these other things. But basically now I feel so much better, so much more refreshed to come in and continue working. And the thing is, now I don't have a lot left on the audiobook. If I lock in, I can definitely finish within the next couple hours or so, and I can be done with the book as well. But the thing is, I don't want this entire vlog to be me listening to one same book and then also just working on my college assignments the entire time, because I promised fun bookish things. So now I'm thinking I might work on the assignment for only like 15 odd minutes or so before I can reach a point where I can stop, and then after that we can start the bookish things. So in the middle, I did stop off in the middle of like a chapter and whatnot. I'm thinking maybe I'll finish my current chapter and the one after it, and then that's when I'll truly just take a break on my assignments for the day. I'll get back to it later in the night after I'm done posting the video, and then maybe tomorrow and whatnot. And then until then we can like now catch up afterward to do the bookish things. So I think that's the goal plan for the rest of the evening, because we still have quite a bit left ahead of us, and so lots of fun things to go. But basically for now, I have been listening to this book. It's called The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, and I think we can speak about it before I go and binge the rest of it out throughout the rest of the evening, because I'm actually rereading this. Read this for the first time about exactly 1 year ago at this point, and I had the best time ever. So I got my own copy in the mail like a month or so ago, I guess, at this point, and figured I needed to reread, and I'm so happy I'm doing it because this is so good. Essentially, it's written by Ali Carter. The author is really famous for writing like romance books with like spy plot and whatnot, and this one's great because it's like a holiday thriller almost for people who want like a holiday book, but at the same time they don't want like Christmas thrown in their face, and they don't want like too much of romance thrown in. There should be other things going in the plot to keep their attention, because this is literally calling out your name if that's the kind of person you are when it comes to reading your Christmas books. Essentially, this follows Maggie and Ethan. They're like really popular thriller and mystery writers and whatnot. She writes like cozy mystery, he writes like high stakes thriller and whatnot, and they're kind of rivals in their craft and whatnot. They don't really like each other, but then they associate from time to time and whatever. But then this one time or whatnot, they both get the same invitation from the same person, and it's like this cryptic invite to go to the UK, and they decide they're going to bite. Both of them are doing it, and so that's the common factor that kind of links them in this book. And now as it turns out, that person who actually sent them the invite to come to the UK and whatnot and spend their Christmas there is their quote-unquote biggest fan ever. And so once they actually get there, they find out it's this woman called Eleanor Ashley. For context, she is like the most popular household mystery writer name, think Agatha Christie, and so she's invited them over. They're trying to figure out the whole purpose of her invitation. Maybe it might be having to do something with her retirement coming up soon, so they can take over in her shoes and whatnot afterward. And so they think it's going to be like a great step in their career going forward and whatnot, except the next day when they wake up for the very first day of activities to figure out what she's actually got planned and see how it may go off and whatnot. As it turns out, no one can find her, and so the entire family who is in that mansion at the moment, so her family, all her people, another author along with the two of them, there's a nurse, there's a doctor, her caretaker, there's a cop who comes in at some point, all of them are actually trying to figure out where she's gone up to, because the room she was supposed to be writing in, it's been locked from the inside. She's an 80-something-year-old woman, the windows are shut, it's been snowing all night, so there's no way she could have escaped. But then it looks like someone might be after her life in the first place, because there's like random people who are shooting at them and whatnot. There's like all these random crazy things that are happening. Someone gets poisoned at some point, and so it's up to the two of them to kind of figure out where she is and find her alive, because they're truly just wondering if this is going to be the worst, most dangerous Christmas ever. And basically that's the concept. If you've heard about Agatha Christie's original disappearance for like a couple days and whatnot, this book really reminds me of that event, in the sense that it's now been made into more deeper fiction where there's stuff actually going down and you're trying to wonder what's really happening. And it's a good book overall so far, because on my reread, again, even though I know where it's gonna go, it's hitting so much harder because there are exact bits that I forgot in like their banter and stuff, and so getting to relive that is so fun, because I think about Ethan so much. It's not even like an everyday kind of book, it's like a Christmas book, but I think about him on an everyday basis, and that kind of goes to say that I really enjoyed this, and I'm so far loving my reread of it. And maybe I'll make this like a yearly tradition because it's such a really good book. Yeah, now I'm gonna go get back to my reread, because I'm telling you, I'm like one page giggling so hard and the other page swooning about the fact that these people don't exist because they feel like soulmates to me already, going off of the way it makes me feel and whatnot. And I can't wait for the actual romancy bits to begin, because right now there isn't much or whatnot, but the crumbs that you're getting is more than enough. And the way it's kicking off, truly, it's just showing me my love for this author's works, especially considering that I read one of her other ones, her new release of this year recently and whatnot, and I didn't really like it. So I'm loving my reread of this, bringing back my faith in Ali Carter, and I'm just gonna go get back to it now, see if the way it continues, and have the best time ever. Because it doesn't snow where I live, but then the kind of vibes that I'm getting from this, especially considering the fact that they're based in the UK, the phone signals are down, they're kind of stuck because the bridge has like collapsed or something, so they can't get out of that mansion area. And they're with all these people that they don't really know about, so anyone can be their enemy, they can only trust each other. Those vibes are hitting so hard, considering the fact that I cannot live that in reality. It's only just cold here, it never snows. And so I'm just hoping and praying that things continue the same way they're going right now, because I'm living for the vibes and having the best time ever. So I'm gonna go get back to this, and I'll update you guys maybe in a bit now once I have a little more progress on my assignment, and then we can start the bookish things, because I still want enough audiobook of this left while I'm working on those and kind of taking you guys along with it, so we aren't like bored throughout the vlog and we actually end up doing some fun stuff, which is why here we are. I'll just go finish up in a little bit and I'll be back soon. But that's the progress update. I'm having the best time ever, and so far already this day is coming in so slay, because I wanted like a good, just like a chill, easy bookmas day break almost in the middle of all these other vlogs that I've been posting on a daily basis. And this truly is just like such a good day already that I can't wait for what's gonna come next in like half an hour or so. So see you guys in a bit. Bye. Okay, so it's a little bit later. I have continued listening to the book. I didn't update my position, but I have only like, I think under 2 hours left on the audiobook, and because I'm listening to it sped up, we should be done in like less than an hour. I don't really know how much the exacts are left or whatnot, but it'll be done at some point soon. The only thing is now I stopped my assignment. I had like a sweet treat and whatnot because I've been working really hard, so I thought I deserved that. And at this point now I'm thinking we can either go ahead and catch up on my reading journal, or we can go ahead and start working on a presentation of books, because that's going to be one of the videos that comes later in this week. So both are going to happen tonight. It's just I'm trying to decide what, because at this point, since I wasn't able to make up my mind, I was doing a couple other things. Like, for example, my nails, they're really grown out and stuff, considering that I painted them on the 1st of December, and I don't have the time to go back and redo them because they look ugly right now. But the thing is, I'm a little too busy with other things to actually go and fix them. So what I like doing sometimes when that happens is just cutting them when they've overgrown and whatnot, so you can't really see that they've chipped from the top. It just looks like they've outgrown themselves from the bottom, and it's not half as bad, but at the moment they look terrible. So I'm kind of tempted to do my nails too right now, which means we just have to pick and choose at this point. But those are the 3 things I'm leaning towards at the moment. We'll just have to see what I end up doing. But yeah, that's the update for right now. Not much has happened since the last time I came in and updated. It's just now I'm trying to make up my mind, and I really wish there was like a live comments kind of system on YouTube where you could tell me as I'm going along with it what I should do, because I'm a Gemini, I don't know how to make decisions, and so I'm just gonna have to go figure out what I end up doing. But that's happening, and then I think as it's happening or whatnot, I can definitely go and put in stuff I want some of your opinions on for the upcoming bookmas videos in this like week and so that's gonna happen in a bit. It's just have to decide what I want to do first, and so I'm gonna see, but that's happening, and I'll update you guys in a little bit once I actually have things to say. But so far, update on the book with the excess that I have read beyond that point since. I'm just gonna say, if you've ever had someone toxic try to gaslight you, this is for you, because even the dedication at the beginning actually says that, but once you read this and you actually read how broken this woman is and how the way he loves her is kind of healing it, but at the same time he's healing her into loving herself, that's powerful. That's all I'm gonna say. It's such a good book and I can relate to it for some reason, so that's kind of painful, but at the same time it's good to know that, you know, there's beautiful stuff out there like this and I'm getting to experience it again. So I'm gonna go get back to it and I'll update you guys in a bit now once I've decided what bookish activity I want to do. But we still have time in the day, so we'll probably just end up doing all. It just really depends. Okay, so I continued listening, I continued working. I'll tell you what I did in a sec, but then as I was listening, I managed to finish the book out. So I'm done with this one. All I'm gonna say is the reread hits so much harder than the first time around. Now I just finished rereading and I want to read it again. So that's crazy to me how these Christmas rom-coms, they don't necessarily hit, but once I actually find the ones that, are like god-tier books in my opinion, as soon as I finish I want to reread. And so that's a great sign, because I finished this, and then a couple days ago when I finished this other reread I was doing of a Christmas rom-com, wanted to go reread that as well. So at this point I'm just like stuck wondering if I want to start this again, because it was that good and I had such a great time honestly reading it. And all I'm gonna say is, every time I refer to Ethan as husband material, this book just like validates me every single time I want to go pick it back up and I think over scenes and stuff. Because once you read it and once you actually find out his perspective on things, because you get it in like a couple chapters and stuff, all I'm gonna say is I wish we got more of his perspective, because this is actually like the most perfect book ever. And now I'm wondering if it's 5 stars, because like I cannot stop thinking about it. I can't wait to go back and reread, and I'm making this a yearly tradition. So I don't know, but this is definitely one of the best books ever. So if you haven't already, please go pick it up, because honestly it's got everything. Kind of reminds me of Nora Goes Off Script, one of my most favorite like romances ever, except this is more Christmassy or whatever, more festive coded, more during like cold season. Because here too we have someone who's suffering, who's just gotten out of like a toxic marriage and she's lost herself in that, and then she finds someone who actually heals her, in the sense that the way he's loving her kind of makes her love herself now and kind of recover from everything she's gone through, and she's not being gaslit anymore. She's actually seeing what true love feels like, and she's being seen in that love. And I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's so good. And if you haven't already, please pick it up this season. Take this as your sign, because it's like one of the best books ever. Now while I was listening, I had only a little bit of the audiobook left. I didn't realize how long. I started the presentation and whatnot, and I got 30 slides in. All I'm gonna say is I thought this would take me a couple hours, but no, I got 30 slides in on I'd say about half an hour worth of audiobook. So that's good enough for me, because apparently I think my superpower now and my party trick is going to be making really quick PowerPoint presentations, because I'm 30 slides in. And so then after I finished this, I started listening to another Christmas rom-com and whatnot for a different holiday vlog. We'll speak about it in that vlog, so it won't be here. But as I was listening to that, I managed to finish out my presentation, and so I'll cut this and kind of show you what it looks like. But for you to kind of see the whole thing, if you want to look forward to that, the video will be out in a couple days once I get around to recording it for a different day of Bookmas. So that's coming. But basically this was for a different video that I'll be recording, where I'll be showing you my favorite reads of the year, and I managed to make like about 50 slides and whatnot, so that's pretty good considering that I read 250 books. And these were some of my favorites and whatnot, and we'll speak about them in a little bit. But I managed to do that, and then now at this point I'm at a crossroads where I don't really want to craft. I'm not in the mood. So I have my journal before me, and I definitely could be updating the spreads because that'll be a different Bookmas video, but I just don't feel like it. So right now I'm just browsing for gifts and stuff, kind of trying to figure out my family's like wish lists and stuff, kind of make stuff for my little sister, because she not only has like Christmas now, but it's gonna be her birthday soon too, and then I need to look forward to both of those and kind of figure out what I want to give her then. And she's a huge BTS fan, so if you guys can like help me in terms of that, because I don't know anything about the fandom, but I'd love to give her something meaningful with regards to that, please let me know. But right now that's what I'm doing, and then maybe we'll craft. I don't really know, I'm not keeping my hopes high up. Maybe later in the night again I'll go do my nails, but right now it's just the gift stuff. So I'm gonna go continue doing that. Maybe we'll do some together, whatnot, hunting for some good ideas, because right now I know I want to get her something, but I want to make her something too. And there'll be a Christmas market I'm visiting later this week, so I'm not worried about like getting her the stuff and whatnot. I'm just worried about what I want to make her, because I feel like once you actually hand make and home make a gift for someone, in my opinion at least, it kind of shows how much time you're ready to put in for them, how much you care for them. And I personally love my little sister more than the entire world, and so I just want to make something for her. And so I'm gonna go figure out what I end up doing, but that's the idea right now. And now I guess we're Christmas gift shopping, so I guess you guys can help me with that, kind of browsing and figuring out what I want to get and what I want to make. And that also kind of counts, I don't really know. So this vlog has gone off the rails, but it's kind of fun anyway, so let's just continue the vibes and keep going. So it's a little bit later. I continued working on the gifts and stuff. I started working on a different presentation that I also want to get done for Bookmas, and so lots of productivity going on here. But at this point, I've just come in because I want feedback from y'all. I will include like a clip of stuff I found on Pinterest right now. And the thing is, they're so cute, but I still don't know what I want to make for her. There was this like bag I saw, but then I'm not really sure if I'll be good enough in terms of making it on time and finishing it up. But then there's like other mini toys and stuff, and I don't know if I have the skill set for that. So again, it really just depends, but we'll have to see. So if you've got like feedback or if you've got ideas for me, leave them in the comments. But that's all I've been doing for the past like half an hour or so. And yeah, I definitely could have been journaling, but then I just don't have it in me right now because I'm a little too tired from all the work I've been doing throughout, even though it doesn't look like much, because I'm telling you, my college assignment drained the life out of me. And then earlier this morning, finishing other errands despite the fact that I was up late yesterday kind of editing and doing all of that. Honestly, I'm just tired. So here we are. Maybe I'll get to this in the next couple days. I know there'll be a different like holiday books vlog coming soon, kind of like the one I did last week where I was reading like 5 rom-coms back to back and I felt like the Grinch while I was doing it, but this will be part 2 of that. And so when I'm doing that video and I'm listening to audiobooks for that, because I don't have the time to be reading on Kindle these days because of Bookmas. After Bookmas is over, I'll be going back to my Kindle, don't worry about that. But once I do listen to those audiobooks, I'm planning maybe in that video I'll catch up on journals so y'all can actually see what my 25 journal turned out like there. But then yeah, that's what I'm probably going to end up doing. So if you want to see what I end up journaling, because I told you I will, I just didn't get to it in this video, stay tuned for that one, because it's going to happen in a couple days once I get around to kind of reading out those books and whatnot for it. But yeah, regardless, I think now we've reached the end of this vlog. I feel like it's been all over the place. It's been like a cold bookish day wherein I just wanted to stay indoors. So that's literally all I did. And I got productive because I got done with a bunch of work, but I feel like I'm not sure if this is going to be a boring one considering it doesn't feel like a lot I did anyway. So regardless, if you guys had a fun time coming along with me anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. YouTube things, you know how to do them, because whenever I hold a camera in front of my face, suddenly I'm so productive, I'm getting all my shit done and I feel like Superwoman. And that's me right now. So regardless, hopefully you guys had a fun time coming anyway, and now I'll see you guys directly tomorrow for the next day of Bookmas, because this is our daily routine for December. So until then, take care, stay safe. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and all I'm gonna say is, even though this vlog feels like a little bit of a flop show, we found like a 5-star reread, or at least that's what it is in my head right now, and I feel like making a playlist related to that and listening to my Christmas music. So I still feel like it's a success in my eyes, and regardless, here we are. I'll see you, like I said I will. Gonna cut the yapping short now, and that's it. Bye!